Let's quickly go through some of the broader strategic implications. So obviously, E&P spending is up. North American E&P spending is also rising a little bit faster than global E&P capex. So we see similar growth in industrial markets. Broadly speaking, the U.S. shale players have been fairly disciplined. We have seen capex announcements that suggest that there's going to be some increase in the market going forward, but there's nothing that is that would suggest that they are moving away significantly from this capital spending discipline that they have been talking about. But what is interesting is that a lot of the new capital spending is being focused on areas to prioritize gas production. And that tells you how important gas is becoming to the overall production mix of a lot of these players. So what will shale look like going forward, right? I mean, we are obviously well beyond the the first phase of exploration, delineation, the proof of concept stuff. Then we went through this factory drilling, growth for growth kind of a mindset, where we are now today, where there's a lot of operator discipline around capex. There's a lot of focus on ESG. They are prioritizing investor returns, debt reduction, and delivering free cash flow. A lot of emphasis on consolidation, but we are also now beyond the point where there was a lot of consolidation that occurred for the sake of consolidation, and now it's becoming a lot more thoughtful. And then there's a lot of emphasis on these operators trying to defend their license to operate in these plays, right? We think that there is more room for acquisitions and consolidation in the space. If we look at the acreage that's available, privately owned acreage that's available for sale, there's quite a bit of that that's around. We think that most of the focus will obviously be on Permian, followed by the DJ Basin and Eagle Ford. Potentially some interest in Bakken. A lot of our forecasts in Bakken actually suggest that oil production is going to decline here going forward. Of course, it's going to be interesting in terms of deal-making activity. I see Austin's here, so you should talk to him. He's an investment banker. He tracks this a lot more closely than we do. But, it's not going to be easy even for the best capitalized E&P companies to go buy acreage. It'll have to be done in a thoughtful fashion. There'll be a lot of emphasis on the ability to keep debt levels, leverage ratios down. And of course, a lot of emphasis is going to be on contiguous acreage. So the ability to go find a lot of attractive assets is going to be limited, but we will see some activity there. Top-tier shale acreage is also running out, which is why you see growing reliance on the use of artificial lift and other secondary, tertiary recovery mechanisms. What is interesting is that the privately held acreage is where we are seeing most of the reduction in productivity. The public players are actually able to maintain a lot of their productivity levels. This is cumulative 6-month production per foot in terms of barrels and in terms of gas production. So I'm running behind time, so let me quickly go through this. I mean, we are seeing a lot of capex being devoted on a relative basis, relative to what was done in the past to what's happening right now towards ESG, and that has started yielding results. A number of operators have made significant reductions in their flaring levels, for example, as just one metric of what these operators are achieving in terms of ESG. A lot of them have made commitments, for example, for zero routine flaring. One or two players like Apache, for example, are already there for a significant period of the year. So we are seeing a lot of growth in terms of the ability to improve the sustainability footprint of these players because of the pressures that we have seen.